Hey, and welcome to Winging It, my cooking show. Today we're gonna make some baba ganoush and some steak. Nice little simple meal, but the way I'm gonna be cooking the baba ganoush, it's gonna be keto, yes, but it's also gonna be quick. Usually baba ganoush, you're gonna have to roast the entire eggplant for a long time. One, I don't want to cook an entire eggplant because I can't eat an entire eggplant right now. But two, I also don't want to wait the 40 to 50 minutes that it takes to cook that. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna broil some eggplant. Let's start with that because that's gonna be probably our longest part of the process. So I got a big old eggplant right here. Just grab it out of this bag. It's gonna be a pretty simple thing to do. I want about 2 cups of it, so I'm gonna go about right there. I can put this away for another day, another eggplant meal. Now for this, I'm just gonna cut it into rounds. Nice, easy rounds. We don't have to worry about the skin right now. Once we cook it, the skin should just fall off. And one more. There we go. I'll put that in there too. That's probably got some good flesh on it. So now I'm just going to be taking these, put them on a big old pan. Spread them out a bit. Because now we're going to just put it on. Let me just put that right there. Now you can see. Alright. Quick drizzle of olive oil across the entire thing. Probably no more than a tablespoon of olive oil on there. Now we're going to rub these. Try to get olive oil on the entire surface. Finally, we're just going to hit these with some salt. Both sides. This one I don't need to do both sides. Alright. Now I have my broiler on. It's on high, so I'm just going to be taking this and throwing it right here in the oven. Alright. I'm going to set a 5-minute timer so I can flip them in 5 minutes. Alright. While that's going on, let's prepare our steak. Got some steak right here. Set it up. Gotta dry it off. So I'm grabbing some paper towels. Pepper. And this should be a quick thing to cook the steak. We're gonna hold off a bit, but we're gonna start preparing. One thing I want to do is, let me tilt up the camera so you can see. I have my cast iron pan here. I'm gonna move it over to a burner and put it on medium high, medium low, medium high. Temperature, heat this up. Throw a little bit of my sauteing olive oil on that pan just so that, so that the meat has something to cook on. Not too much, just a little splash of it. Alright, back to the steak. Alright, so baba ganoush, it's I believe Lebanese, a Lebanese dish, which is Mediterranean. So I'm going to be using some Greek seasoning on this steak. First, gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. A little bit of garlic powder. Finally, Greek seasoning. Turn it over. Same thing on this side. Salt. Pepper. Garlic powder. And Greek seasoning. All right. Now all we have to do is cook the steak. Let the pan heat up a little, but let's move over there. We can start preparing there. All right. That's fine. Also need a plate for this to rest on. I'll just use the plate where I'm going to use for the final dish. All right. Place the steak on the oven and the cast iron pan. Make sure the oil is slick enough to move like that. Place it on. You should have a nice little sizzle. We're just going to cook this to a medium rare. Shouldn't be more than a couple minutes per side. Just gonna check on the eggplant. The plant's cooking pretty well right now. Seems to have a lot of drought frames today. My internet's been awful. I have no idea why either. See how that was looking. Need some time there. Alright, let me check the eggplant. Eggplant's not done yet, so I'm gonna be throwing it on for another 5 minutes. I want it to be nice golden brown on each side, so it's probably gonna be another extra amount of time to get this done. Alright, let's give this a flip. That's a good color. Nice caramelization on the meat there. Network issues, am I right? I blame the snow. Almost done on the steak. Actually, give it a nice turn so I can cook it on the side as well. Check on those eggplant. It's actually time to flip the eggplant. So, and I think the steak is basically done as well. Yeah, this steak looks good. All right. So back over here, I'm just gonna be placing this steak on a plate so that it can rest. And let's go right here for this step because we're gonna be dealing with the hot pan, so I wanna keep this on the oven. So I'm grabbing our eggplant out of here. You'll see there's some nice browning going on. Also gonna pick these up, flip them over, move the ones from the outside to the inside so they can cook a little better. And we're just trying to get this cooked through. This one might have been a little bit too thin. I'm just gonna pull that off. Alright. So yeah, that was about 5 to 10 minutes, about 8 minutes probably, I'd say. So we'll throw it in for another 5 minutes. And since there is nothing to watch this time, I'm just gonna go and hit the be right back. Now I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. The eggplant's looking like it's pretty much done, so I'm gonna be pulling that out. Turning off the oven. Never forget to do that. You don't want to start a fire or anything. Not that I've ever done anything like that. All right, got our eggplant here. So now, what we want to do is get the skin off of the eggplant and into this bowl here. Right now, it's pretty hot, so I'm going to use a couple forks. That should help. Yeah, I should be able to just separate the flesh from the skin of the eggplant. Here it goes. Now I can just. Whoop. Whew, it's hot. Very hot. Yeah, try and get this all in here. As much flesh as I can. Take that off. This one is pretty much toast. It's a big meaty one. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to basically run the fork through the skin and remove as much of the skin as possible. If I can get you closer, you can see what's going on here. Yeah, that's a lot easier for you to see, right? Now I can continue working the skin off. So it looks like it's very nicely cooked. Yeah, look at what cheesy that one came off. If we can get everything out of this, at least most of it. We get some of it. It's a little skin there though. Come on, get up. Next one. Obviously, this isn't gonna make a lot of barbecue Ganoush, but it's supposed to just make enough for just me for dinner. Not for like an entire party of people. If you're doing an entire party of people, I'd just recommend doing the good old-fashioned grilling the eggplant until it's done, which is, like I said, a 40-minute process, but you can use a whole eggplant. There we go. A lot easier when it started cooling down. Alright. Take this off for a sec. Now I'll move this. Oops. I did that. Just forgot one. Yeah. Alright. Take this off. I can move this now. Is it still hot? Not still hot. Alright. Now let's make some baba ganoush. So, I can't have tahini right now. It's too high in carbs for me. So instead, I'm going to be using some sesame oil as my replacement for tahini. So I'm going to put a cap full of that in here to get that sesame-like flavor. And because we didn't grill it, we broiled it, I'm going to be putting a cap full of some liquid smoke in there to give that a nice smokiness that we were missing from the grill process. Um, I'm gonna be putting about a tablespoon of some extra virgin olive oil in there. Be hitting this with some salt and pepper. And I'm also gonna be adding some fresh garlic. I'd say 1, 2, 3 cloves is good. And to mix this all up, I got a new toy, an immersion blender. Immersion blender has the blade at the bottom, and you put it into the container that you're gonna be blending in. So now let's get to that. It allows you to quickly make quick work of stuff like this. Just try to get everything underneath it. Making sure there's no big chunks. Ooh, that just squirted everywhere. Let's give that a taste with seasoning. Mm. Mm. Might have been put a little too much of the liquid smoke in there. How can I kind of balance that? Maybe a little more sesame oil will help. A little more salt too. Needs. All right. Grind it up again. Much better. That's good. All right. Put this in the sink. This side, let's plate up. Oh, one sec. My steak I want to cut up. Now I'm going to be doing angle cuts. Yeah, that's a perfect medium rare right there. Get the whitening and the red right in the middle. That's how I like my steak. Medium rare to rare. All right. This aside. Got a plate. Then grab a spoon. You gotta be taking the baba ganoush and spreading it on the plate. There we go. Now I'm gonna be garnishing this with some paprika. And some parsley. All right. Spread that around it. Give everyone a little love of the fresh parsley. Picking up our steak. Try to put it back together a bit. Come on. Come on. There we go. Slide it right on. A little move. Fan it out a bit. That's our steak with baba ganoush. Let me take a quick picture, and then we can do a quick taste test. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag do it for the gram. There we go. That was an easy picture to take this time. All right. Let's give this a taste. Use one of the forks I used to peel the eggplant. All right. Get some steak with some baba ganoush on it. My one complaint is the steak was sitting a little too long, so it's a little colder. The eggplant's all in the baba ganoush. There's the eggplant. That's really good. But I think that's going to do it for today. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Keep eating good.